In October 2023, a single day irrevocably changed the course of countless lives in Gaza, shattering the fragile peace that once existed. The vibrant streets, bustling markets, and close-knit communities were about to face an unimaginable ordeal. After a deadly and shocking attack by Hamas, Israel responded with a military operation of an intensity the world hadn't seen in years, a response that would leave an indelible mark on the landscape and the people of Gaza. The skies over Gaza, once filled with the sounds of daily life, were now filled with the ominous roar of warplanes, a constant reminder of the impending danger and the escalating conflict below. Airstrikes hammered the ground, each strike a devastating blow to the already vulnerable infrastructure and the morale of the civilian population. Again and again and again, the relentless bombardment left a trail of destruction and despair in its wake. Homes, schools, and hospitals, places meant for safety, sanctuaries of learning and healing, were leveled to rubble, their purpose twisted into symbols of loss and devastation. Streets vanished, erased from existence. Entire neighborhoods, once vibrant communities, were wiped from the map, leaving behind only dust and shattered memories. And as the dust settled, revealing the extent of the damage, the numbers told a grim and heartbreaking story, a testament to the human cost of conflict. Over 37,000 Palestinians killed, a staggering figure that represents not just statistics but individual lives, each with their own hopes, dreams, and families. Most of them women and children, the most vulnerable members of society, caught in the crossfire of a conflict they did not create. Imagine that. Innocent lives snatched away in moments, their potential extinguished, their futures stolen by the brutality of war. With families shattered in an instant, their bonds broken, their hearts forever scarred by the loss of loved ones. But the devastation didn't stop at bombs. The impact of the conflict extended far beyond the physical destruction. Israel imposed a total blockade on Gaza, further isolating the already besieged territory and exacerbating the suffering of its inhabitants. Food, water, electricity, and medical supplies were cut off, completely, pushing the population to the brink of survival. Imagine facing hunger, thirst, and illness, with essential resources dwindling and the threat of disease looming large. With nowhere to run and no hope of relief, trapped in a cycle of despair and deprivation. Hospitals, already overwhelmed by the influx of casualties, ran out of basic medicines, leaving doctors and nurses with impossible choices. Shelters burst at the seams, overflowing with displaced families seeking refuge from the relentless violence. Millions were forced to flee what little they had left. Their homes, their possessions, their sense of security, searching for safety where none could be found. Their journey marked by uncertainty and fear. International organizations, including the United Nations, have cried out in alarm, witnessing the unfolding tragedy and the immense suffering of the Gazan people. Warning of war crimes, of possible genocide, highlighting the urgent need for accountability and justice. Of an unfolding humanitarian catastrophe, a crisis of unimaginable proportions that demands immediate and sustained attention. The world watched in horror, documenting the devastation and the suffering, yet seemingly unable to stop the cycle of violence. As Gaza teetered on the brink of famine and total collapse, its social fabric torn apart, its future hanging in the balance. And yet, despite the headlines, despite the outrage, despite the calls for peace, the destruction goes on, a grim reminder of the world's failure to protect the innocent. Gaza is still in ruins, a testament to the devastating consequences of conflict and the urgent need for lasting peace. Families mourn their dead, their grief echoing through the rubble. Children grow up amid chaos, their innocence stolen by the horrors of war, and survivors face a future filled with uncertainty, struggling to rebuild their lives in the face of unimaginable loss and trauma. It's easy to feel powerless, to turn away and say, "It's not my problem," to become numb to the suffering of others. But silence in the face of such profound suffering is a choice that allows injustice to continue. I believe the world must not stay silent. We must amplify the voices of those who are suffering and demand an end to the violence. Every life lost is a tragedy, a reminder of our shared humanity. Every voice raised in solidarity matters, a beacon of hope in the darkness. The people of Gaza deserve more than rubble and despair. They deserve to live in dignity, free from fear and oppression. They deserve a chance to rebuild their lives, to heal their communities, and to hope for a brighter future, a future where peace prevails. Let's not look away from their suffering. Let's remember their names, their stories, and their fundamental right to peace, justice, and self-determination. Free Palestine.